Hello, my name is John Sayer, Technical Marketing Manager, Civil Infrastructure here at Autodesk. Today I would like to take you through a workflow of adding your own GIS data to an existing conditions model, and we will be using a combination of InfraWorks 360 and AutoCAD Civil 3D to achieve this. Adding your own GIS data is something you might have come up on in every civil project. So the workflow that you see can be used over and over again on present projects and projects to come. When it comes to adding your own GIS data, one of the most common things that stormwater engineers need to have is a listing of the soils that are currently on the existing site. So I need to know what different types of soils are here for my project before I can move forward with my stormwater design. Quickly, I'm going to show you how you can bring in that GIS data so that we can define what's actually out here soils wise. I'm going to go out to the Web Soil Survey website and I'm going to define my AOI with the same boundary that I used for bringing in the boundary into InfraWorks 360. So it'll be the same boundary that the surveyor actually went out and collected for us. You simply do that by choosing the particular files here that are shown, the shapefile, SHX, and project file. So I'm going to grab the SHX file, I'm going to grab the project file, and we should be good to go. All right, and I will select Set AOI. So it's going to zoom to the actual location of my project, which makes it very easy for me to collect the soils data. The next step would be just to select Soils Map. And once the soils map is populated, then we can download the soils data. All right, so we would just create a file link. It would give us the shape file that we need to drag in and drop onto our site. So let's jump back into Civil 3D, because a good practice is use the map tools to see what kind of data is on your shapefile that you've gotten from the whatever agency that you've picked up the GIS data from. I'm going to quickly drag in the soils data. And again, you can do this just by selecting the soils data and dragging it in. And it populates and shows us all of the different coverages of soils. So if I select one of the areas, so this is a particular area with a boundary, same thing here, 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 and here. They're all different soil types. So you can select that area or one of the areas, right click and go to Show Data Table. In this data table, you're able to see what kind of information is attached to the GIS data. So what is something common that we need to understand what's going on with the soils is this map symbol information. We can not only look at it here in Civil 3D, but we can bring this information into InfraWorks 360 and then add a tooltip so that we can see when we hover over the areas what that actual soils information is. I'm going to do the same thing that I did in Civil 3D. I'm going to grab my soils map GIS information that I downloaded, and I'm going to go through the data configuration. Now this is going to be a coverage. So I'm going to select coverage areas. We're going to use a rule. We're just going to pick something here. We're going to pick agricultural, because all we're needing to do is just give it a style. So I'm going to hit OK. You could actually create your own style for soils. Today we'll just use this out of the box style. I'm going to make sure it's draped on top of my site. And I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to go to my table and I'm going to go down to description, and I'm going to tell it I want to map this MUSYM column out of my data. I'm going to also create a tooltip. All right, and this tooltip is going to read that description out of my table. I'll hit close and refresh, and my map looks just like it did in Civil 3D, except it's a different color. So I have gone back in real quick, and I've added to my tooltip. I put soil type in front of it, so it's going to pull the information from the table for the description. It's going to have the word soil type in front of it. So when I hover over each of these different soils, it gives me the correct number for each one of them. All right, and I can also go in and I can create what's called a theme. If I do that, I can create feature themes, and I can actually tell it I want to see a different color for each one of the soils. So I can say this is a soils theme. I can use the same description property, and I'm just going to use individual values, and we'll just hit OK. And you can see that now I've got different colors for each one of my soil types. So the tooltip still works. You just hover over and it gives us that soil type. The methodology that I just used for bringing in this type of my own GIS data is the same for every type of GIS data that you bring in. You bring it in and you set the style, and it's represented here in InfraWorks 360. So now we're ready to start our preliminary design, laying in our subdivision and our roads and our parcels. So that'll be in the next video, so be looking for that. I want to thank everybody for watching this video today, and have a great day.